Welcome back. In today's video, we're going to talk about lists in HTML. All right, so I commented out the image that we had. So if you want to comment out, this is Visual Studio Code. On Windows, you use Control/. You can uncomment or comment, right? So Control/, and then to comment that out. And if I am to run this, right click and open with Live Server, okay? Open this in the browser. We don't have that image displayed on the web page. The reason why I removed this image is because I don't want it to be a distraction, right? So what are lists? Lists allows web developers to group items that are related into some kind of a list. Okay, so let's see this at work. So in HTML, we have three kinds of lists. We have what we call ordered lists, we have unordered lists, and we have what we call description lists. All right, so first and foremost, I'm going to talk about ordered lists. Ordered lists simply means there is some kind of an order in your items, okay? So order is important in that particular item. And so the way you create ordered lists in HTML is you use the OL tag. This is short for ordered list. And then inside this OL, for each and every item, you want to use what we call the LI. Okay, so LI for each item. Okay, so let's say I want to have 3 items. So I'm going to create 3 LIs. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to press Control D, which might be Command D on Macs, to duplicate these lines. Okay, so I've duplicated these lines. Now I have 3 lines. Okay, so you want to group certain things in some kind of an order. So let's say I want to say first, this is the first item. Okay, so I'll say first item. You might have different names. Second item. And then we have third item. I didn't put any numbers here, but in the browser, because when it renders this, it knows that this is an ordered list. And so this is what I see here. Okay, so if you see down here, right down here, you can see these items have been given numbers respectively. Okay, the first item is number 1, number 2, and number 3. And so ordered lists are important when you want to show some kind of an order. So you would want to use ordered lists when order matters, right, on your items. And then the second one that we're going to look at today is what we call unordered lists. Unordered lists, order does not matter, okay? You just want to put your items in some kind of a list, but the order does not really matter. So you use what we call the UL tag, which is an ordered list. And then nested inside the UL, you also have LIs, okay? So I'm using Emmet, I'm on Visual Studio Code, and I can say LI times the star times 3, okay? And then if I press enter, then you will see the magic right here, okay? So I'm gonna save this, and because I'm also using an extension called Prettier, it automatically indents my code, okay? It organizes my code like that. All right, so here I'm gonna say maybe banana. I have a list of fruits. You know, the order does not really matter, right? So I'm going to have an apple, and then I'm going to have a mango. Okay, so I want you guys to see what happens if I save this and again go back to the browser. Now you can see down here, this is a bulleted list, okay? It's no longer, you know, it does not have any order. It's just, you know, an unordered list. Right, so you shall see later on as we start working with CSS, you can actually change these, okay? These are defaults, but you can change these bullets, you can change these numbers, you can use Roman numerals, you can change the shape of these bullets, etc. Okay, so UL, unordered list, and then you, for each item, use the LI inside the UL. All right, last but not least, we're going to talk about what we call description lists. Right, so description lists are used when you want to describe certain items. So let me show you this. By the way, you use what we call the DL element, short for description list. And then nested inside, you have what we call the description term, the DT. Okay, so let's say I wanted to talk about maybe animals, right? Let's say a dog. And this is the description title or the description term, right? And then I'll have to use what we call the description definition. And so I'm going to use the DD here. And so I want to describe what a dog looks like or what it is, you know. It's friendly and it's domesticated. I would also want to describe a cat, and so I'll also do a description title here, DT, for the description term or description title. I want to say cat, and what does a cat look like? DD here. I would say it's cute and makes a meow sound. Okay, so I'm describing a cat over here. So I might decide to put dashes here if I want, or just do without these dashes depending on what I want to do. So if I save this and go back to the browser, and as you guys can see down here, you'll see that we do have the dog here and the description, and then we have the cat here and then the description. You can see this is automatically indented. All right, so these are the basic types of lists that you're going to encounter in HTML, and so depending on what you're trying to achieve, you can use any one of these. And you know, you shall see as we create our navigation list here, it's going to be a list of navigation tabs, right? And so obviously we would want to use one of these, and we're going to be using the unordered list. All right, so for today, I think we're done. I want to thank you for your time. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in our next video. For now, I'm out. Bye-bye.